Hello everyone, my name is Noah, and today we are going to be looking at a combination of the vibrating table and the block machine. The block machine featured in this video is actually the machine I introduced in the previous video, and as you see here, you can see it's on top of the vibrating table. So today I'll be showing you the parts of this combination, and I'll also show you how the machine works all together. So right away you can see the height of the machine compared to a man. So it's about the knee-high waist height here, and you can also see some of the parts right away from here. And we have this is a motor here. This is our motor, and I'll open that. This is our motor design. So it's just a basic motor. I didn't specify anything or power ratings, but it's a basic motor. So in case you're making a machine, you have to get to know all these things. And the other thing you can see is the frame. This is our frame for the vibrating table. Let me open that. So this is our frame. On the frame, you will see some of the features that will be important in the coming parts of the video. So you also see these slotted holes here. I guess you can already tell these are just for bolting the motor. And we can also see these circular pipes around here. There are 4 of them, and this is where the springs sit. And at the base, you can also see we have these round flat discs, and these are just for anchoring. Okay, let me say leveling up the machine. Okay, and because if you can't use an angle line on the surface, because it will keep on digging into the ground, so we have this flat surface just for that, to prevent that. And also you can see here we have a bolt. This is an 18 mm bolt, and it is just welded on this part of the frame. So basically this is our frame, and I'll go to the next part. And next we have this top here, vibrating tabletop. Vibrating tabletop is just this is how it looks like, and down here we have these angle lines that are welded on the table. Well, these angle lines play a major role in distributing the vibrations evenly all throughout the table. So that's one of the functions they have. And the other thing is that they help us to bolt the vibrating unit on the table. And as well, you can see here we have the circular pipes, the same as those on the frame. These are also for positioning the springs. Okay, that's it. And you also have this plate that is welded on the sides. This is just to limit where it's just for positioning the block machine properly. So you will see that as I go on. Let's go to the next part. So the next part we are going to look at is let me see, the trough. This is our trough materials. This is a trough whereby, in case you are working on the machine, you have to keep moving up and down to collect the concrete. So in this case, you just fill up the trough with concrete, or you have another worker fill up the trough with concrete. And I put these arms here as well, so that you can be able to carry it. The other thing is that this trough is about it is made using a plate of 3 millimeters, thick plate of 3 millimeters thick, and these are just pipes on the sides. And the dimensions for this, I'll give you those. It's about, I think, 800. Let me see, 600. Okay, 650 by 550, and it's about around 250 in the depth. So let's go to the next part. I'll save that. So the next part is we have this other part here. This is just basically where the trough sits. Okay, we can also bolt it to the vibrating table, but there is no need, and it's actually better not to bolt it on this vibration table, because if you bolt it, the material in the trough will also be vibrated, and you will end up having dry mix or a dry concrete mix in the trough. Okay, yet we want it to just stay even for some time as we make the block. So that's it. And the next part we can see here, we have these are our pulleys, the basic, and this is our belt. That's it can be seen from here. I don't have to open them. Then we have our pillow block bearings here. There are 2 of them. In this case I used the 30 mm shaft, and that calls for a 30 mm pillow block bearing. So the vibrating masses are the same as my previous video for a vibrating table. See, they are just an eccentric mass that is tightly and securely bolted to the shaft. So these masses have to be very, very, very well tightened to the frame, because if they aren't, this creates another risk. That's why we have this plate here. We don't want to risk these vibrating masses going off the shaft and hitting the worker. So that's why we have this plate here, just to safeguard the worker, and we have to tighten this. That's why we have here a bolt. We have a bolt hole, and the bolt is also locked using another pin here. That's what I had to do for that. And yes, the pillow block bearings are bolted to the table like that. The other thing here we can see is this is our material shovel, so this is just for collecting the material, and it's for scooping. You can call it a scoop. So you scoop the materials from the trough using this. I can show you. You scoop the materials from the trough here, the concrete, scoop it, then you pour into the mold. So this is our mold. Last time in the video I showed you this mold. There is a video about this block machine. So if you guys want to see every part of this block machine, you can check the other video for details in the previous video. So so you scoop and you pour into the block machine here. And I think I've shown you all the parts. And the other thing is that we have the springs. These are our springs, okay? There are 4 of them, and I think they're about the diameter of the wire on the spring is about 6 millimeters, because they have to be really strong enough to carry this weight here without excessively compressing, That's why they have to be really thick springs. So we don't want them to compress excessively, and want them to remain at least with some bit of gap, so that we can have space for the vibrating motor to do its job. Because during vibration, this has to be moving up and down, and we need that gap there so that it can allow this motion to occur. Okay. And the other thing here we have is I think that's all for the parts. So this is our worker here. For the meantime, I'm going to hide him so that I can explain the working principle. So first and foremost, you have your materials in a trough. You mix them up well. Using this scoop here, or the material shovel, feeding shovel, you can scoop the concrete from here, and then you fill it into this block machine. Okay, you scoop and you fill into the block machine. This will be up at that point. You fill this up. As you fill up, you have to spread it evenly. Okay. Then what I didn't include in this video is the switch for the motor. In this case, you may have the switch on the ground here, a switch such as the press switch, whereby press and release. You press, it turns on. When you release, it goes off. That kind of switch is good. So it's good for this case. So whereby we shall have the switch on the ground here, whereby the worker will have to step on it, and then the motor will be turned on and to vibrate the mix. So that when it vibrates the mix will kind of settle. So the worker has to add in more concrete, scoop more concrete, add to the mold or to the block machine, vibrate. This time you can vibrate while putting back the press. See? So you put the press in. So as you see here, you see these two hands on this side. You hold them with your two hands and you press. You apply force. So when you apply force, the press will sink, and we have this other part on the mold here. This part here, you see, as it goes down, it won't exceed that, and that gives the height of the block. I'll make these things transparent so that we can see some of the things. Okay, so you see, this is the block height, this is the height of the machine. So when we press down, as we vibrate, we press, and to some point this will come in contact with the mold, and that will give you the height of the block, which is about 200. So basically that's how it works. And after pressing your block, you can just take this off, then you go and lay your block somewhere on the ground. Okay, yeah, and that's how everything works. I don't know if I've explained everything, but I guess so. And I think this is gonna be it for this video. And yeah, so this is how the vibration unit works. Switch on the motor, it vibrates, and the belt moves the unit up there. As this moves up and down, since it is an eccentric mass, it will cause oscillations on the vibrating table. Hence, we obtain the vibrations we need. So that is our machine, and I think this is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.